Hello there. Welcome to episode 3 of the Savage Lands Season 3. And in today's episode, we have set up the foundation of the new Fortress Praise Lashes, or the expedition camp, which has set on to explore whatever has destroyed this place. So when I was preparing today's episode, I was pondering. We had a lot of new people flowing into the town. By now we have a total account of 16 people. And I was considering that our new fortress really does need wood now. So I went upstairs and then it dawned on me. There does not grow a single tree around the Fortress of Praise Lashes. At least not above the earth. So that's a serious problem, because that means our entire wood industry is therefore halted for now. I was originally very happy when I saw that we had a armorer going into our premises as a new arrival, but he's a novice. That's hardly better than a total new beginner. So we cannot change that, but it is as it is. Anyways, this means that whatever I was trying to set up here, well, that will take quite some time because, without wood, there will be no apartments that we can fill up like we usually do. Beds can be made in vanilla only out of stone, so there's nothing left to do except for carving out these rooms and, hoping for the best there. So the goal for today's episode, because, we're role-playing here this a little bit out of the perspective of our dear expedition leaders, Eden Colrelbet, we need wood, and that's one thing that we cannot change. If we can't find it upstairs, we need to find it downstairs. This is just a little bit of something to keep the miners busy if they don't have any more important jobs. I have already set up a way downstairs, and, well, if we go down far enough, there is, at elevation -5, you see water here. If we go deeper than that, I see cavern floor. So I also have the feeling as if this might have been already layer 2, but whatever might have been the case, this is our iron mine. I don't want to have the exploratory digging interfering with the iron mines. Therefore, we're going to set up a completely new area. I'm very fond of 4 farms being enough for the entire fortress. So we're going to set up this new area around here. So this will be the new exploratory shaft. There we go. Just dawned on me that we won't be doing us any favor. This area here I needed too badly to do economic business there, and I don't want to mix these things, so there we go. We're going to build up a bridge yet again, because, safety first. Doors to get ourselves in safety here. Okay, so let's see how things will work out. Of course, we struck the magnetite again. That layer is now big news for us. So I'm going to stagger this just a tiny little bit, so we have a bit of something in between. And now I order to go all the way down to -5. Alright. To ensure things will go finely, we're going to bring up a lever here. Linked to that bridge. So, some badgers and the war dogs are having some argument upstairs. I hope it won't go too badly. There's more and more gemstones showing up. And this place is rich in metal. My goodness. We got so much metal here. Iron. So steel will be no problem for this fortress. Alright. Orthoclase, schist. We are already in the next stone layer. And we struck cavern. There we go. Here's interesting. Here the interesting things start. We even have an underground road. Surely a sight to behold, but most importantly, I see trees. So, oh, this is the central shaft, by the way. Here's where the fortress goes even deeper. We have... Ha! Look at that. We have some more information about the depths now. However, they were able to glean anything down here from up there, but I don't care. Okay, so that only means we need to get ourselves a little bit more organized here. So this is uncool, but this is looking quite well. I think here we could secure ourselves a bridgehead. Okay, that means we need to do as follows. Here we have a breach. That is bad. So let's do something against the breach first. There we go. We do dig out new staircases and axe away the old staircases then. And then we build something above them. It's basic stuff. Alright, we found some seriously valuable things there. That's also a really good piece of good news. And let's just place the floor blocks on top of that. I'll use just whatever is around there. Whatever. Let's use the chert blocks. They're fast to carry. Okay, so that means our actual descent would be ideally here. Alright. So, oh yeah, I was talking about ideally. That goes straight through my apartment block. Damn. Oh, that's bad. Wait a sec. So this here, I'm too happy too early. So we actually want to go not even there at all, because even that thing breaks up. Jeez, the rock is really against us here. So looks like here we would have more of a solid spot. So do we have here? I mean, what I do find appealing at this place would be the fact that we could build ourselves a bridge and all, but jeez, nothing of this is really good or preferable or anything. Ugh, well, but we need to get down there. We just need to. But to make matters even worse, as far as I can see things, this might be as well still layer 1 of the caverns if we are really, really unlucky, but if it is already layer 2, I haven't seen anything from layer 1 so far, so... This fortress starts to be very, very complicated. That's the least I can say about it. So this shaft, well, let's see what we can and will do with it. Maybe it's just going to be an extension of the mines, but in a nutshell, it's not that, not even in, nah. Doesn't really help us in any particular way, that's what I'm trying to say. We do have access to dirty amounts of iron, though. This is all nice and dandy, but this total lack of fuel puts a pretty heavy burden on our fortress. Okay, so we have to work around this somehow. Step 1, we need trade goods. You know, we need to earn ourselves some more money, and oh dear, that badger thing is here inside our fortress. Alright. This is not good. We need to do something about that. Animals inside the fortress are always really, really bad news. So, what a weird, chaotic beginning this is. Now then, I said the other day that I don't really know what I want to have, or what I want to do with these layers. But right now I'm looking for a good spot for a barracks, but let's utilize that for starters. This is pretty okay. I wanted to have a barracks that is not bringing me any problems. I want to have now ASAP a militia commander, so can slay some critters. because we actually do have a insane amount of resources available here. I checked out this trade depot. This must have been left when this fortress went foobar. And not only do we have food here, there's also a plenty of iron gear. We have iron weapons, greaves, leggings, mail shirts, boots, breastplates, gauntlets. This is enough to staff out at least 2 or 3 warriors, so we're going to go and get that into our position. Let's see. I don't even need to dismantle it. We're going to use it right away. Brilliant. So we're going to set up our first military. I'm just going to set up like 3 people here. We have a relatively low amount of dwarves here. Well, let's just make that 2 for a start. And let's see. You're supposed to train here. There we go. The Citadels of Luring shall train here. I like the name of that squad. Sounds badass. Alright. So currently we don't have any armor available yet. But let's see. If I remember correctly, I had a stockpile for... No, I haven't had that. But then it's time. So let's put a stockpile for armor stuff here. Because ironically enough, armor and clothing are the same. So basically, if you have a tailor's area, you need a armor area anyways at some point. Goodo. So you know, sure, I'm diverting a noticeable amount of my people here to the defenses there, but I don't know. I don't feel well with those badgers in my fortress. It's only a matter of time until they go crazy, because it's either they think it's going to be their den, or we're going to have otherwise some ramifications here. So sadly I cannot see what's ambushing there. Amphibian men. Oh dear. So, Praise Lashes really lives up to its name. It lashes out quite often and very, very furiously. So that means we do not only have the pleasure of needing to access the subterrane for wood, no, there's also regular ambushes by amphibic monsters from down below. This, my friends, is going to be a pretty challenging thing. I must say, I didn't expect so much environmental pressure in the first place. So, what the hell? Why are you wounded already? I haven't had even a hospital yet. So you must have come wounded. So, definitely not soldiering material. Oh dear, so good thing that I had a look here. So one of them has a, here, Atir, he's definitely not soldiering material. I'm sorry, Atir, but you shall find your destiny somewhere else. Alright. Good part about that is we should have now gear, iron gear for both of them, and they should be just fine. Ah, look at that. So, yep. I'm lacking shields. That's bad. I can't make a shield just like that, though. But, yeah. So, let's see. As the first job. I hope I don't overdo it here. For my recruits. But these things, they need to be taken care of, you know? So, let's see how this goes. Please don't kill each other. Okay. that ended with 1 mutilated badger, 2 mutilated badger, 3 mutilated badger, 4 mutilated badger. So mission was a complete success. I hope my dudes had some good punch out here. Okay, so, well, messy, but at least we got some people that have the capability to defend us. So we go up. We will stay with that because I really think this fortress has been already destroyed by some sort of foreign evil. You know, it's gonna be better to stay sharp and have military support way earlier than I usually have. This is truly still bothering me, though, the fact that we don't get any. We don't have any wood available for us. So let's see if I can salvage something out of this. I mean, the situation is really quite nasty as it is. This entire cavern layer is, if I am completely honest with me, a pretty much a disaster, you know? It's nothing I really want to actually experience at all. So we're probably best off if we just dig ourselves through the whole disaster, huh? So let's see. This looks like a pretty solid spot to go to. So we're going to do exactly that. Because it's just no use. And this is an exploratory shaft, so that means I'm not optimizing the flow too much. If we will have to bring up heavy industry into that direction, I will rethink that, but currently we're just desperately looking for a solution for our problems. Although I must say, plundering the old trade depot brought us somewhat an advantage. Hornblende. Nice. So, yeah, we don't have any logs. And the interruptions by the badgers have stopped. You see, animals in your fortress are rarely a good thing. Usually I have cage traps interfering from invasions or stopping invasions like that. Whoa. These walls are smooth. We must just surf barely along the lines of the old fortress. So we might be even just one step right next to the old fortress. That's an interesting feeling. So we're going to continue like that because most importantly, I need access to wood. So I went now several Z levels downstairs. We struck some cherry opal. Well, more of that stuff. So gemstones are plenty. Granite. Right now, I'm actually hoping to strike a cavern. But chances are that we will. Okay, but let's spread out left and right a little bit. And let's go 30 levels downstairs. And let's see if we need to go 30 levels downstairs on the other side as well. I like to use the time that we have before we hit 20 dwarves or more for exploration like that. Because currently, this is our biggest problem in our entire economy. Oh, mica. Nice. It's a nice color. I like to find that. There's even more of that. Do we have here? Smoky quartz. Some nice gemstones. Or mica. But, stone's quite uniformous down here. Wow, we went dirty downstairs and nothing has changed. Dear. So... wonder if caverns 2 and 3 are sandwiched together again, like very close together. Sometimes you have that insane distance between caverns 1 and caverns 2. but caverns 2 and 3 are very close together. Then here we're currently surfing through one big stone layer. It's all granite and mica, and therefore you can see it's all the same composition of gemstones and stone mixtures. So we have lots of smoky quartz, blue garnet, and all these things. We probably, wow, that's a lot of that stuff, and it's quite valuable. But are you kidding me? We're still not at the bottom of this. All right. So you see, there's only a few more levels left, so we probably finally found it. So this is definitely C3. So we must have accidentally skipped C2 somewhere. Huh, that's interesting. So we're going to build a wall here real quick. This is so unsettling to open up a wall into the deeper layers and then you hear all that combat noise. But as a matter of fact, it's okay. So I'm properly terrified, okay? Having a hole open to the deepest layers of the caverns is only during the very early game somewhat tolerable, and it still is unsettling as hell. But at least I got 2 peoples on the military, so even if something would creep in, we were at least able to give it a fair fight. But Wormstone located, yeah, I bet. So yeah, here we stopped, but it's wait a sec. Can we actually mine deeper than that? Yeah, we can try. Maybe we find the magma layer there. You know, while I'm here, might as well. Okay, so we went 1 layer deeper than I actually expected us to go. That's quite interesting. We have discovered the Great Magma Sea, just as I had expected. And we also found a wall studded with gems, so here's an adamantine vein. Wonderful. Alrighty, so off to a good start we are, somehow. But somehow also not. This is a very odd run so far for me, as I see very many disturbances and problems that I haven't found a solution for yet, you know? There's lots of real estate down here, but we've already noticed the amphibian, so they must be a thing here somewhere. And since this is also layer 3, that also means that somewhere between this and that, there must be some other layer. So let's just go, let's say, at -50, a whole step closer into that direction, and hopefully I don't bump into the old fortress. Well, you know, there has to be some sort of tier 2 cavern, and I want to see it mostly because I have some hope that this might be not as inhospitable as the first layer. Because the first layer here is just a nightmare. Oh, hello there. We struck. We struck the fortress. This is very interesting. There's statues here. I had a statue of a Gracklman, statue of a giant 2-humped camel. So here we see a statue of a cavy. All right, looks like a kind of a zoo. And okay, yeah, not really helpful in any particular way, but somehow cool anyway. So we're we're going to seal that off for the time being. Or probably we won't. I don't know. I somehow feel as if this would be also a pretty cool entry point, and it's hermetically sealed, so... Actually, we're going to leave it. It doesn't hurt us. It's a starting point for the rest of the expedition, you know? So by this time, these corridors here are just utterly madness, nothing else. Because of one simple reason, we do not respect efficiency in any particular way here anymore. But at the same time, I just want to know where those caverns are at, you know, that's all. They're certainly not here. But at least we did some archaeology, eh? Alright. Quite happy to see that these two guys are at least fighting. But it somehow unsettles me that I am incapable of creating shields for them. And that's something I really don't like. I cannot gear them out. I don't have timber for the construction of the shields. I don't have any, or do I have fuel and ingots? Let's see. Do I have? No, I don't have any bars of whatever sort. So it's a bit of a pickle here. A bit of a pickle. Let's see how this will go. I mean, next year, I bet that caravans will come and trade with us and give us something. I probably should start stressing out more the production of trade goods, huh? Yeah, I think that's something I will think about during the preparation of the next episode. Because here it... well... I'm at a loss, my friends. So if we go that much deeper again... Oh well, let's just try it out. Let's see how this will fare. I mean, ideally, I'd have some access to some trees somewhere down below, but I really would like to avoid layer 3 of the caverns out of one simple reason. It's just simply the most dangerous one that's available. And to make matters worse, the traveling time down there is also quite long, so... all in all, you just don't do yourself that much of a big favor. Okay, so these drilling holes, they were not leading us anywhere particularly useful. So we're going to have to repeat that ordeal, I guess, somewhere else. That's the only idea that I got. And, oh gosh, I don't have any bins. This is going to be a really, really challenging fortress in entirely new ways. But, well, I also need to plan this more thoroughly. So, oof. I was hoping to find some solution to the problems, but actually the problems only keep stacking up at this place. We seem to have no resource generation at all available. And, well, the most... interesting thing here looks like we have to live then in a constant war zone with underground amphibian creatures. Although I gotta say, the military capabilities that we got could be actually enough. So my plans for the next episode, because we are already at the end of this one, will be to set up a new hole or a new digging spot more on this side of the map, and see if we can get ourselves some better access. So basically, let's see, down here we have almost no intel about this area, but what I do know is here, these pillars, they seem to be solid. So I want to check on out what I can find out about that terrain there, because the areas that I got there, they didn't look too promising, and I really don't want to go deeper into that direction because it doesn't seem too useful at this very moment. Let's hope that next episode we will find ourselves a way to get access to these things. I mean, there's lots of saplings here, so the trees will come. I just have to be patient. That's one thing that I really see here. Look at that. There's trees everywhere. That means big fire was here once. I don't know. Anywho, that's that for today, my good men. I hope, and women, of course. And I hope that you enjoyed the show. We're going to continue next time and dig deeper into a different direction. I still hope to find a nice underground pocket where I can access trees quite freely, but the vicinity of the old fortress still makes me shudder a bit, so let's be careful with that. Good. Comments go down below. A thumbs up would be wildly appreciated. A subscription as well. You know the drill. And if you want to check out the remaining Savage Lands saga, you just need to hit that playlist link down there in the description box. Thanks for watching, and tune in for the next episode.